Alfie Haaland. If you are a fan of Manchester United, that name probably makes your blood boil because he was the man who went to war with their legendary captain, Roy Keane. Before his son Erling became a global superstar, Alfie was a proper, hard as nails defensive midfielder who left everything on the pitch. He was the ultimate nemesis of Manchester United's golden era, and his story is one of grit, survival, and a brutal lesson in resilience. Alfie was born in the quiet town of Bryne, Norway, in 1972. He wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he wasn't selected for professional football because of some flashy tricks. He was noticed because he had an engine that simply wouldn't quit. He started his career at his local club, Bryne FK, where his relentless work ethic and versatile style of play caught the attention of scouts across the North Sea. In 1993, Nottingham Forest paid a decent fee to bring him to England. He adjusted to the fast, physical, bone-crunching reality of British football almost instantly. He could play as a defensive midfielder, a right back, or center back. He was the ultimate utility player, the bloke who would plug any gap in the team and run until his lungs collapsed. His achievements at Forest were impressive, helping them win promotion back to the Premier League. But his real peak came in 1997 when he signed for Leeds United. Elland Road loved him because he was a proper, old-school warrior who didn't take any nonsense from anyone. And that is exactly where his fateful history with Manchester United began. It was September 1997, a massive clash between Leeds and Manchester United. Roy Keane, United's captain and the most feared midfielder in the country, tried to trip Alfie in the box. But in doing so, Keane's studs caught in the turf and he tore his own cruciate ligament. Alfie, not realizing the severity of the injury, stood over the screaming captain and accused him of faking it to escape a booking. That single, heated moment sparked the most famous, bitter feud in Premier League history. Keane spent nearly 4 years in a dark place, nursing his knee and quietly planning his revenge. But Alfie kept his head down and kept driving forward. In the summer of 2000, Alfie made a massive move to Manchester City, the club his son Erling would one day conquer. He was instantly named Captain of City, bringing his leadership, experience, and steel to the midfield. He was a leader of men, a highly respected professional who did the dirty work so the flashy players could shine. But the ghost of Manchester United was still waiting for him. In April 2001, during the Manchester Derby, the bill finally came due. In the final minutes of the match, Roy Keane launched a horrific, knee-high, premeditated tackle directly into Alfie's right knee. It was a shocking, career-ending assault that had nothing to do with winning the ball. Alfie managed to finish the match, but his knee was never the same again. He underwent multiple surgeries, but at the age of just 30, he was forced to retire from professional football. His career, his passion, and his livelihood had been violently stolen from him by his rival. But here is where the story shifts from a tragedy into a masterclass in human psychology. Alfie didn't spend the rest of his life crying about it. He didn't let that brutal tackle define him, and he didn't raise his children to be bitter or angry at the world. Instead, he took all of his pain, his athletic wisdom, and his understanding of the physical grind, and poured it directly into his son, Erling. Alfie set up a strict, disciplined environment for his kids back in Norway. He didn't push Erling to play football. He pushed him to love movement, to play handball, to do athletics, and to build a bulletproof physical foundation. He taught him that talent is completely useless without the work ethic to back it up. He showed Erling how to handle the pressure, how to fuel his body like a machine, and how to stay calm when the crowd is screaming. Erling's modern success is the direct dividend of Alfie's sacrifice and resilience. Alfie took the hardest tackle of his life, stood back up, and built a legacy that would conquer Europe. Here is the lesson we need to teach our children today because, let's be honest, the modern generation is soft, mate. We live in a world where kids are bubble wrapped, shielded from failure, and taught that everything should be easy and instant. If a kid gets a bad grade or gets tackled hard on the pitch, parents want to run in and sue the school or complain to the referee. But life does not have a referee, and it certainly does not care about your feelings. Life is going to tackle you high, mate. It is going to try to break your knees and steal your dreams when you least expect it. We need to teach our kids Alfie's playbook, how to take the hit, stand back up, and build something stronger out of the ruins. Do not raise your children to be victims. Teach them the value of hard work in the dirt when nobody is watching. Teach them that resilience is the only armor that actually protects you out on the tarmac of life. Because a smooth road never made a skilled driver, and a soft life never made a champion. If Alfie Haaland's incredible resilience gave you some food for thought today, drop a like on the video. Subscribe for more honest, real stories from the UK tarmac. And let me know in the comments, how do you teach your own kids to handle the hard knocks of life? Raise them tough, mates. Look after your engines. And keep the shiny side up. Over and out.